Here we have the Spyderco Persistence. First I'm going to do the use of this knife, which I'd recommend for a EDC knife, just because the blade length is 2 3/4 and it's got a good length handle, so you can get good grab on the handle to use it for EDC. Holds an edge on this knife great. The size, the overall length is 6 13/16. The closed length is 4 1/8. The hole diameter is 1/2 inch. The blade length is 2 3/4, and the cutting edge is 2 3/4. The blade thickness is 1/8. The blade steel is 8CR13 MOV. That's similar to AUS 8 steel. It's a China-made steel, so when you open it up, you'll be able to tell here the knife is made in China. It says it right there. I don't think you can tell, but it says China going through there. The weight of this knife is 3.3 ounces. At least that's what Spyderco says. However, I've heard that it weighs more around 3.6 ounces. The speed of deployment, you can tell for yourself. This is a fast knife. Lock up on this knife. No blade play at all. Left or right, up or down, none. The handle material. This is G10. It's a medium texture handle material. This one isn't quite as grippy as some other knives. It's got a clear glossy finish kind of on it that limitates the grip of this knife. Which, that point leads me into the ergonomics of the knife. It fits right in my hand really good. This thumb ramp here with the jimping there and on the thumb ramp makes it great for holding like this. You're definitely not going to slip in any position. Normally, of course, you're going to use this knife for cutting open boxes, cutting paper, cutting any sort of tape to open something. So here's how sharp the knife is. And this is after I've used it for a while too. So as you can tell, the knife is sharp and it holds an edge great, especially being a knife made in China, because usually China knives, the heat treat on them isn't as good. However, this one seems to be holding up good. The clip on this knife. It's not a deep carry pocket clip. About 1 inch of the knife sticks out, so about that much right there will be sticking out. However, though, the clip is left or right carry, tip up or tip down. So you can adjust it on either side of the knife, either way. If you have it on this side, about this much of the knife will be sticking out. So it's about the same either way. Durability of this knife, I believe it's going to be a heavy use folding knife for people that just need to open heavier packaging or bigger boxes, just because the steel liners and it's got heavy pins in it, and the blade on this and the liner lock on this is relatively thick for a folding knife of this sort. So the liner lock there, it takes up about 40% of the blade. So it's still got a lot of room if there's any blade play to move on over. So that's why I think this knife would be a durable folding knife. The value of this knife is great. It's a high value knife just by looking at it and the way it performs. The cost of this knife is around $34. I ordered mine from Walmart.com for $37 shipped to my house. So it doesn't cost much, but it's a great value knife. This knife, it looks great. It looks perfectly manufactured. The blade lines up dead center of the handle scales. I believe it looks like a smaller tactical blade just by the blade shape, which all Spydercos have this shape. But the G10 handles and the blade shape just goes together to make it look like a tactical knife to me. So I believe it has a really cool look to it. And I choose this knife for EDC over a lot of my other knives just because how well the edge holds up and how easy it is to deploy and the jimping on it just feels great in my hand. So I recommend everybody who needs a good EDC knife buy this knife, because you can't waste your money or go wrong with this knife, at least from not what I've experienced. It's the Spyderco Persistence.